If your pet was in a room with 100 animals that look just like them, how would you identify yours? Call her name, then look for the one that turns and walks the other way. I now have 100 pets. For my first dog I would just call the name of my second dog and he would come running towards me out of jealousy for me calling the other dog's name. For my second dog I would pet each and every dog until one pet's back, that's her sign telling me that she still wants to be petted. My cat is codependent. So, I leave the room and whichever cat is the fastest to follow me out is him. Same. He also likes my armpit, so if I lay down the cat in my armpit is mine. My dog is deaf, so I'd call for her. Whoever isn't paying attention is probably my dog. But just to be sure, I'll try to pet her. If she flips immediately on her back, that's my baby. Mine is only partially, and selectively, deaf, so I would just talk in a low excited voice and see which one ignores me, then talk really loud to rule out the totally deaf dogs. And for my cat, I'd just sit down at a desk and wait to see which one jumps on my keyboard and bites me every time I try to type. Dog. She's the one in the corner afraid of all the other dogs and people. Cat. Get her couch out. She has a couch that is supposed to be used for kids, but it's hers. Nobody else can have it. Nobody. I call one over and try to pet it. Whichever one ignores my calls and tries to bite me is the real one, so I leave her behind and take a far more lovable clone. Same. Except I'd still take mine home. I love that bitey little bastard. Look for the one sitting in a corner unbothered. My dog has zero interest in other dogs. He loves humans. That's actually how I chose him from the litter he came from. He was sitting in a corner quiet and unbothered. Not barking, biting, or whining lol. I'd probably shout, "Bring me that ass Leo." Since every time I do that the little fucker starts backwards running my way as fast as he can. I need to see this. Hold a fly swatter up in the air, and the dog who walks backwards about 10 feet and then runs for his life is mine. I have never hit or threatened my dog with the fly swatter or anything else, but apparently the enthusiasm and zeal in which I pursue and destroy insects in my home is frightening to dogs. Whichever one lets me put him on his back in my lap and stays there while I dick around on my PS4 for hours is the right cat. Also, he's probably the stupidest one in the room. I've seen him pause and get confused while licking himself. Greater than whichever one lets me put him on his back in my lap and stays there while I dick around. Oh god. Greater than on my PS4 for hours is the right cat. Phew. Get out his medicine. The cat that tries to hide but gives up after 30 seconds and just huddles there looking scared is him. My male cat walks like HES wearing high heels poorly. So I just walk around gently pushing their backsides one by one. Nero goes down like a ragdoll drama queen, acting like he was shot instead of nudged. Boom. That's my boy. Greater than Nero goes down like a ragdoll drama queen, acting like he was shot instead of nudged. Boom. I think I saw your cat at the World Cup. I pick up each cat one by one and find the one that wheezes when he purrs. Edit. Thank you to everyone who showed concern for my handsome boy, but there is no need to worry. He's 14 years old and has regularly received checkups since he was a kitten. He has other issues he's dealing with, but his respiratory system is just fine. He purrs like any normal cat but only wheezes when he gets really excited, usually when I pick him up. Hey there, my cat wheezes when she purrs too, and it turns out she has respiratory issues. I just wanted to share that in case you notice any abnormal breathing or snoring. I have 2 pet birds, cockatiels. The girl is sweet but rather dumb. The boy is smart but an asshole. If my sweet girl is in the room, I'd call her name and she would come. If my smart boy is in the room, I'd call the sweet girl's name and he would come because he is an asshole who can't stand the idea of someone getting more attention than him. I wouldn't be surprised if he is too busy asserting his superiority over the other 99 birds to listen though. Oh man, if my cockatiel were still alive I'd walk in with another person, see which one immediately tried to murder the other person and then came to me. That bird just hated every living creature except for me and my mom, who sang to him every day from the moment we adopted him till the day he passed. When people asked if he knew any tricks, I'd tell my friends to start running and toss him like a football at him, and he'd lock on and just go right for their head until they laid down or I called him off. Shadow was an asshole, but he was my asshole. That's easy. I have a parrot I start singing, "We are the champions," and he completes, "my free end." I wouldn't. You do realize you just offered to give me 99 doggos for free, right? Asterisk, I'm taking 'em all, asterisk. That's how I got my son. I took him from a room full of 99 other children. Also, good luck cleaning up after 100 doggies. I would open a can, doesn't matter what kind, and my fated cat Biscuit would come running. Normal cats will do this for tuna and meat. Biscuit will show up screaming if you are opening a can of corn. I am going to assume he is named Biscuit because of how you discovered his canophilia. Call their name. My girl's name is Abaddon, but I call her Abby most of the time. She comes 80% of the time. But if I say, baby baby baby, she comes running 100% of the time. I would sneeze, and take the one that answered with a perturbed chirp, meow. Neat. My cat also mews if I sneeze, but he usually only does that if I have a flurry of sneezes. One sneeze earns an annoyed glower, but the flurry gets a mew and a look of concern, even if he'd been asleep. Learned this when I had a cold recently. I think it's cute. Whichever cat trots towards me rapidly while screaming with its tail straight up in the air is my cat Cerise. It's her signature greeting to me. Every time I walk through the front door, my dog will dig through her toy box to find the exact right toy and then trot laps around the living room until you ask her the correct number of times, "Is that your toy?" The right toy is different each time, but there are definitely some preferred contenders. She never runs. It can only be described as a trot. You have to ask that specific question several times. Otherwise she just won't stop. And this happens literally every time I come through the door, even if I just went to get something out of my car. My dog knows some unconventional tricks that it's unlikely other dogs would know. For instance, she can yawn on command. Wow, how did you manage that? I'm willing to bet mine is the only one who smiles when they try to lick your face and therefore look like they are about to rip your face off. It's scary AF. I'm still not fully comfortable with it. This is so funny, I can just imagine you being like, "This is it. This is the time she takes off my face." But still being willing to let her express her affection. My dog will be the one violently humping a giant stuffed toy banana while making uncomfortable, extremely direct eye contact with me. ... Your dog needs therapy. I'd whisper asterisk, hungry dogs, asterisk. My dog would come sit down in front of me and do some tippy taps with his front paws. Hungo doggo is the term we use, and it's effective. The one who throws the first punch, inciting a kitty riot, is my kitty. In other words, 100 cats enter, 1 cat leaves. The winner is likely your cat. My cat loves plastic utensils, so he's sitting there eating from a to-go box. All the cats would be going for the food, but the one going for the fork, yep, that's my loaf. True story. Dog got out the front door, as I turned, and was outside for a good 20 minutes. Didn't go too far. All I had to do was yell, "Boomer, I'm going for a walk." And he came running around the corner. Beagle nose leads them, but I'd definitely go with, "I'm going for a walk," to make him stand out from the 99. Yeah, 'cause only your dog would ever react to the word walk, XD. The one that cannot piss properly. Our dog will lift one leg while peeing and he gets urine on one front leg. Then, mid-same pee stream, he will switch which back leg is up and get urine on the other front leg. Sit cross-legged. The one who immediately curls up in my lap is mine. She's growing very fast, but I'm never going to stop her no matter how big she gets. I sing, killing me softly, and my cat comes running to me from anywhere, then he proceeds to yell at me for some reason, till I pick him up. Meow meow. www. Yep. That's my cat right there. I'd have my roommate bring them their wet food. If the cat runs away from my roommate and yells at me, I'll know it's my boy. The one whose tail puffs up about 10 times and is hiding by plastering herself against the wall. It wouldn't take long for me to find her. And failing that, she'd find me. I know her facial expressions, body language and her smell. Yell, I'm Suriwai, in a John Mulaney voice. She'll be the one barreling toward me, wiggling as hard as she can. ... Has your pet witnessed a prostate exam? Mine would be the only horse-sized duck. Pardon. The one that's licking all the others. I would walk through the group of black and white cats, and see which one flops over in front of me. If that doesn't work, I walk away and see which one attacks my legs. There's a 99% chance that Rhodey does one or both of those things. I would just ask if she wanted an ice cube. My dog goes apeshit over them. Whichever one still thinks he can jump through closed windows after all these years. I would take each one outside, let it back in. Then just watch my dog take a huge crap on the floor. My cat can't meow or purr, so I have to hug 'em all until I find her. I miss her so much. She will come to me the moment I get inside the room. Show then a jalapeno. No clue why, but my dog loves them. Dropped one last week while making food and he dove on it before I could pick it up. Not something I give him willingly, but he will stare through my very soul if I'm eating them. Call out, Bugsy, PS, come here, and whichever one runs for the fucking hills is my cat. Stick my hand out and see which one bites me. I'd tell him to sit. Last one to sit is my dog. I'd yell his name and he'd come smiley face. That's disgusting. Use the microchip. One tongue sticking out, two purring, three keeps rubbing his ass on me. If I'm in a room with 100 guinea pigs, they're all mine now and you can't stop me. Tell him to jump up on a couch. Mine's the one who can't figure it out. I'd call him. I use a special name when I'm feeding him. It would be the one trying to climb me. Or if I was away for like 30 seconds, the one screaming like it's hurt trying to climb me. Whichever one starts licking the mattress first is her. It drives me nuts. My cat's name is Winter. We always ask her, "Who's a baby Winter?" And she meows in response. Lol. Simply stand there and wait till my two cats come running for me, seeming that I can't be gone for more than 10 seconds before they worry. It looks like I am now the proud owner of 100 cats that all look alike. Say, like a frog. I require more context. What would your pet do? Hey Remy, mommy is in trouble. Mine would he dong the kidney bean wiggle the minute I walked in. I and my army of 101 identical corgis are going to have a great life together. The one trying to hump every other look alike. If my poodle wants to go outside, he goes to where his collar is and slaps the coffee table with his paw. If he wants pets, he sits near me and slaps the coffee table with his paw. If he wants to play, he flops his toy on the coffee table, then slaps the table with his paw. I did not train him to do this. He trained me. I have a golden doodle and he beats me with his paw when he wants things, typically when he wants to be petted. He does not gently place his paw on you. He puts his weight into it like a slap. His sister does the same thing. I'd say yip yip and he'd come flying over to me. Gremlin would be the one that was racing around the room at the speed of light, and then charging directly at my ankles. The very essence of a kitten. Or possibly a small pupper. How old is the furbab? Whichever one made me bleed first, that's my cat for sure. Look for the dumbest one. The cat with 14 front toes. I need a picture of that. I just sit down, my kitty will take any opportunity to lay on my lap and get some belly rubs. The bathroom is not sacred. Then she'd let me know to get her the good treats. Opening parenthesis colon. To identify my dog, I'd call my cat. To find my cat, I'd call my dog. Both of them are jealous of each other AF. Call one, and the other will get to you first. Listen, I don't think anyone would give a shit if I walked off with the wrong plant. I have a bird and whenever he's not seeing me or not in my shoulder, he will scream. I just yell and see which dog didn't look, because my dog is deaf. Try to leave the room. Momo the corgi would run around in front of my feet and bark at me in an attempt to herd me back inside. I would play literally any song by the Beatles. If it's my cockatiel, he'll immediately start chirping and singing like crazy and stop as soon as I stop the music. Also, if I walk by him and he yells, bird, or makes kissy sounds. I have 5 dogs and each one of them has their own special form of stupidity. I would 100% use that to my advantage. Amelia, for reasons unknown to me, this dog hates lettuce. If I leave a head of lettuce unattended for 30 seconds, she will destroy it. So, whichever dog savagely destroys an innocent head of lettuce immediately is mine. Bo, he is, without a doubt, one of the dumbest dogs I have ever met. Whichever dog sits between my legs and tries to break my pelvic bone with the back of their head when I say, "Here is my dumb log." Diana, the only dog that puts their head down and very slowly slinks toward me, think like a lion while stalking prey, while I excitedly say, "Nina, Nina, Nina," is my overstuffed sausage dog. Holly, she would probably be the only dog there that would immediately start hopping around when she sees me and then grab the nearest item to bring me. If that fails, I'll know it's Holly if she tries to dig a hole in a concrete floor where a laser pointer is. Morgan, this absolute bitch, will come running, with her little stump of a tail wagging, and growling something fierce the moment I say, mouse, even in a neutral tone.
Thank you so much for watching and have a good day.